These tiny potted plants are incredible, and I'm going to tell you all the reasons why in this video, but there's a lot of Lego botanical sets on the shelves right now, so why should you spend your money on these versus all the other Lego botanical sets that are out there? We're going to grade this set, and we're going to answer the question if you should be picking these ones up. So the tiny potted plants released in December of 2023 for $49.99 here in the US. The set contains 758 total pieces and does not have any minifigures. So let's start off with grading the build experience. You're gonna get 3 separate manuals, which is nice because this allows multiple people to be involved in the building process and you can all kind of build your own separate potted plants. You're gonna build 9 total potted plants, 3 larger ones, 3 mid-size, and then 3 smaller ones. If you've got multiple people building it, you're not gonna have a lot of monotony. But if you're building it by yourself, building the pots over and over again is gonna get a little bit old, at least it did for me. The plants themselves are kind of the saving grace. So the pots obviously look nice, but the uniqueness of building the plants and each one being different, each one having amazing colors and different unique pieces, that all kept the building process very fresh. You're gonna build a total of 9 different plants, starting with this red sundew. And you can see with the red sundew, you have these hair brushes from Friends, I believe mostly that they're in. And then you also have these shoulder pads that can go on different minifigures, which is cool. Next, we're gonna move over to this lace leaf, one of my favorites. You've got the clamshell making up the petal. You've got bull horns in there. And then the coolest part to this one, I guess this lace leaf is plagued with spider mites and aphids. They've got this ladybug right down at the bottom, kind of helping with that problem, which I thought was a really cool touch. Next, we've got the jade plant. This one is really unique in the fact that they have these green newspaper boy hats making up the actual leaves themselves, which is really cool. This next one, which I believe is the maybe Brighton Live Forever plant, still looks really cool, doesn't have as many unique pieces, but really looks nice with the color scheme. Then we're gonna move over to the larger pincushion cactus. This one, again, also does not have a ton of unique pieces, but still looks really good. Next is the Venus flytrap, one of my favorite potted plants in this series. And what I thought was really cool is they used this icing that is normally put on Lego cake. They use that to make up the Venus flytrap head, and they put it in the lime green color, which looks really good. Moving over to the false shamrock, you can see that all the flower petals are actually made up with butterflies, and they actually make it look really true to form. The butterflies actually do really look like the false shamrock petals, which is cool. Next, we have this Eastern prickly pear. This one also looks really good, and I believe this is the first time that we have printing on these 2x2 circular tiles in the form of like this cactus look. I'm not 100% on that, but it looks really good and I like the look of that one as well. So last but not least is going to be this yellow pitcher plant. This is my favorite out of all 9. The piece usage on this is so unique. So you've got this explorer hat here that is for the first time coming in a spring green color, and that looks really amazing. And then you also have this green head of a broomstick, and they'd put that right underneath all the explorer hats. So just really unique piece usage. The plant itself looks really cool, and I just think it's awesome how they put it together. Total grade out of 55 on the build experience, we are gonna give this 45. Moving on to display/play functions. There's no functionality on these potted plants, at least that I know of. You're not clicking a button on the bottom of these and having gold coins drop out. Over to display though, these look really good. I actually picked my copy up at Costco just about a week ago because I spotted them and I thought, you know what, this is actually would be a cool time to pick these up because they would actually display really well and kind of usher in the springtime over here at my house. They're very interesting to look at. They add a nice pop of color to the house, especially again in the springtime. These things display really well. They look really good. So overall, I think the display is awesome on these. With that being said, total grade out of 15 on display/play functions, I'm going to go ahead and give it a 12. Resale/investment. We haven't had any botanical sets retire up to this point, at least that I can remember. So there's really no hard data to work on with that. If I were to give you my off-the-cuff opinion on these, I don't think that these are going to do incredible on the aftermarket. I don't see these as much being a collector collector's item as they more are kind of just a fun, more novelty build. I don't think these are going to jump in value, but I guess we will see as some of the botanicals start to retire. But these are not going to be at the forefront of my list. I would say if you are going to invest in them, or if you want to invest in them, I would definitely try to find these for at least 30% off, if not more towards the 50% off range, which I'm sure they probably will get to as time moves on. So get a good discount on these at retirement if you can, if you're going to invest in these, so that you can really maximize your profits. But overall, I'm not super excited about these from an investment standpoint, so I'm going to go ahead and give these an 8 out of 15. Moving on to grading the overall value. The retail cost again on this set is $49.99. That's going to put the price per piece on this at right about 6.5 cents per piece. I was able to pick mine up at Costco at a discount for around $37, which I believe is about 25% off, which put my set more at the 5 cents per piece range, which is pretty good. If we look at both the bouquet of roses that just came out and then the original flower bouquet, both of those are going to come in more around the 7 to 8 cents per piece, which is definitely quite a bit higher than these potted plants. So overall, looking at the price per piece, I would actually say this is a pretty good value just based on that. Outside of just the price per piece though, the building experience being as good as it is, the really unique pieces that you get in the set to build the plants that you're now going to have in your collection, I really do think that this is just a really good overall value for a smaller set. So with that being said, I like the overall value on this, so I'm going to give it a high score of 13 out of 15 on overall value. That puts the final grade on this set at 78 out of 100, which is a very good score. It's going to put it in the consider buying this one category, which I definitely think that you should consider picking this set up. Subscribe and like if you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll catch you in the next one.